pressure was on Michael Johnson to perform in a big way in Saturday's UFC Fight Night 94 main event, and that's exactly what he did. He knocked out Dustin Poirier early in the first round of the main event and just really got himself back on track in the lightweight division. Johnson, of course, entered the fight with back-to-back losses coming against Nate Diaz and Beneil Dariush, and he really needed to respond and get himself back on track as a contender in the weight class. A quick knockout, but right now Johnson's showing how dangerous he can be in this division, and he's done that time and time again in the past, but he's just really been unable to get that streak going that puts him in line for the title shot. But this could perhaps be the start. There's lots of interesting options out there in the division for him. Guys like Will Brooks and Anthony Pettis were calling for the fight, but the one that I want to see most is Khabib Nurmagomedov. That's just a matchup that makes a lot of sense right now, especially when it seems like the champion Eddie Alvarez is probably not going to be defending against one of these top contenders in the division. His next fight could potentially come against Conor McGregor, which means these other contenders are going to have to take other fights in the meanwhile. And Nurmagomedov is looking for a bout. He already arguably has a case for a title shot, but right now the timing is just not in his favor. Of course, he's 23-0 in the sport, 7-0 in the UFC, but apparently he wants the fight. According to UFC commentator Brian Stan, he tweeted after the fact that he spoke to Khabib, who actually said that he wants to fight Michael Johnson if he won this fight. Michael Johnson, on the other hand, called out Nurmagomedov in his post-fight comments, saying that that's a matchup that interests him, and there's not many people in this division right now calling out Khabib. So if someone wants that fight and they want to do it before the end of the year, that's a matchup that makes a lot of sense, especially with Johnson coming off this big win over Poirier on Saturday night.